Always is.
It won't be this won't be a live stream. We're just gonna do this on.
We need to just kid around on our calls a little bit.
Well, this one's gonna go on my channel, not on Marduk's. It's gonna go on my channel, so we can say what we want here.
Oh well, I usually do anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
I didn't think there was any rules of that.
I'm just a storehouse of useless information.
Yeah, actually, here, guys, I'm gonna show you. While we're doing this, let me get my phone connected here while you guys chat. So, hi, Ernie. How are you?
Hey, doing okay, hanging in there. Just chatting about taking my pooch. And I'll tell you what, if you don't have insurance, and now you can get pet insurance in America here. If you don't have that, you're kind of hosed, because it's pretty expensive to take these guys in for anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Ernie. You said your dog had a lump on it.
Yeah, she had something look almost like a little pimple on her neck and just below her ear. And, we're worried about mast cell tumors, because those kind of things, there's different classifications of them, but they're pretty nasty. And depending on which one you get, they can be fatal, and usually they don't go away. It's pretty nasty stuff. But we had it removed. We took her in for a dental, and that's where we found it. We had it removed, and they sent it out for biopsy. But now she's got another little bump. My wife's going crazy.
Yeah, see, my dog Toto, he's got a few little bumps happening on him now.
You guys see that?
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. It depends on what it is. Our little Rosie now, she gets these things just little bumps all the time, but they usually go away after about 4 to 6 weeks. Some of them get pretty big too. But yeah. So, but with Sienna,
one on him. It seems like.
Hey, look.
Hey, he scratched in the telephone.
Yeah, look at my video.
We got that here too.
How pretty that is today.
How much did you get?
Oh.
About 5 centimeters, and still coming. By the time it's done, we'll have 5 to 15 centimeters.
Wow. Yeah, we woke up Saturday morning to some of that stuff.
How come you're on twice? How would you do that?
What?
You're on twice on camera here.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. How do you do that? That's
How do I do it? Hold on. How do I do this? There we go. My phone won't die. There we go. Okay. Now it's gone, right? There we go. Oh.
I'm checking out your blog, Ernie, and I'm really impressed with it. I like it.
When you're a hacker, you get to do special things like put yourself twice on the same channel.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I posted up in the video yesterday that one where I did by myself. I said there, if you hackers want to hack me, stop trying to hack me as if I'm Windows. And I took my camera and I said, look, it's all Linux. Look, and I went like this. And I had 5 people message me saying, I can hack Linux. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good for you. First of all, I'm not worried about the ones that are saying they can do it. I'm worried about the ones that actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the kind words on the blog. I need to update it. It's been a little while since I've done an update on it.
What blog?
I guess I haven't really spent any time on it, but
what blog is that?
I like the fact that it's a white background, a really small header. So what theme are you using?
I don't really remember. I got so many of them. I have to look and see which one that is. And I haven't changed that one. I like that one a lot.
Is it a free WordPress theme or a paid one?
I think that's one of the free ones. I don't have a whole lot of paid ones. I get a lot of them as bonuses for things that I've ordered and things. But that particular one I think is a free one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to use. That's the beauty. I put off WordPress for a long time. I did the HTML thing and all that, and use templates and things like that. And for a long time, I put off WordPress. And this was a few years ago, and I finally gave in. And once everybody started making plugins and things for them, and now it's like, wow, I can't imagine doing it any other way.
Yeah.
WordPress is a little bit intimidating. It's something you need to use every day. You need because it's not that's not obvious. It's a different way of thinking of how to set it up and how to run it. But you need to use it every day to stay in or at least every couple of days to stay in the motions of how to use it.
But once you get in and you build a couple pages, with it, and it's so easy now because there's so many resources for it now, then it really gets kind of to be a flow. It's pretty darn, simple. But you can really get bogged down with all the, all the different plugins and stuff they make for it now. You get to the point where they start conflicting.
Yeah, I think you have to be careful that you don't put too many on it.
Yeah, I got one plugin on there that brings up a push notifications. That probably came up when you were in there. I don't know. I'm thinking about pulling that one down because it it slows the load, I think.
Let's see if I sign up for your newsletter.
That was it right there. That's the push notifications. Or are you using the form?
The form. It's traffic.
Okay, yeah. That's my marketingwithernie.com plug. That's my blog.
Yeah, that guy, I swear to God, I think he's a scam. I would watch him so bad, so close.
Yeah.
Now
probably everybody in the world trying to shut it down.
Yeah, that's it. They'll be calling me. Say, hey, take this guy down because I'm your host.
or I'll take and actually that's not host. That one's not hosted by you.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, no problem. It's a scam.
I'm pretty sure somebody probably get on there and try to. Next time I go on there to do something, there would be something porn or something on it. It's like, no, that's not working with Ernie.
No, but for the record, Ernie's not a scam, and everything he runs is not a scam, mostly.
No, it's good.
He's so bad.
Oh yeah. I'm looking for one person, and I've not seen him post in ages. I think he's bumped off my list. Ugh. I was looking for a person, Vic Strauss, because he's got a couple blogs and he's got a lot of things, and he talks about WordPress and stuff like that. But he's not showing up as a one of my channels that I follow anymore for some reason. I go back and find him now. Even though when I type in the word Vic, it's the first thing that pops up.
Victim.
Yeah, victim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now my browser just messed up. What?
Oh, and like he gave me a whole PDF file here with.
You did what?
Signing up to that to sign up to Ernie's blog or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes with a proven marketing system. I'm looking at it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And he has.
I see what's going on. Okay, he's regurgitating his stuff. Hold on, I got to find Vic Strauss's channel.
Download Builder Elite I have. Referral Frenzy I have. Rita recommends.
Vic Strauss only has 1,500 followers. He's the same as me. He's got 1,500 followers on YouTube. Might be the same. It might just be the same people. We'll follow Nelson. We'll follow Vic. It might be because I told people about Vic Strauss's. People, I'm gonna go follow him. Okay. No. So, anyways, good thing this isn't an actual live chat. I have nothing to say to them. I'm burnt. I got my daughter and I went out and shoveled 5 centimeters of snow. We got back. It was like we started. Okay, I got up at 4:30 and panicked because I went, oh my Lord! At 3 o'clock in the morning there was nothing. There's a little tiny thin layer everywhere. I said, I'll go lay down for a bit. At 4:30 I got up. I go look and there's this much everywhere. There's like centimeters worth. By the time I run across town to get my daughter because her and I shovel snow, pick her up. By the time we got started, it was 5:20. And we got done. We were back at the house, and we looked at the clock. It was 8:20. So I say 2.5 hours because I was in the house for like a half an hour after. No, by the time we noticed the clock. So yeah, we did everything in 2.5 hours in bad conditions. I mean, the 4-wheel drive we were spinning. The snow was fluffy at first, and then it kind of melted, and then the winds picked up and froze everything. This is all in a 2-hour span. So it turned to ice. So with everything going on, me having to run across town, get her, go start at the opposite end of a run, come back, end up where the house is here, 2.5 hours, not bad. So it'll take us about 2 hours each morning when it snows.
Welcome to winter.
Yep, welcome to winter. So then I
starting so early this year.
So I came back and I was going to sit down at the computer and start getting stuff done, and I put on Bugs Bunny. I found Bugs Bunny on Netflix, the new version, and I started dozing off to Bugs Bunny. So I snoozed for an hour. Now I'm woken up like, oh, coffee, injection. Give me my injection. Straight injection coffee.
Yeah, all that subliminal stuff now from Bugs Bunny went into your mind while you were sleeping, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I ran across something yesterday you guys might find interesting.
Was it a black cat?
Yeah, no. No, I didn't run over something. Yeah, I ran across something.
If you ran across a black cat's path, did it walk across your path or did you walk across its path?
Hey, you guys probably, I don't know if you're familiar with the King Forum, Kingged. That's one of the marketing forums out there.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I hadn't until recently either, but that's kind of a nice little.
What's the domain name?
Kingged. I don't know if it's king.com. Let me check real quick here. It's this guy here.
Red and black top?
But anyway, king.com.
K-I-N-G-E-D? K-I-N-G-G?
K-I-N-G-G, 2 G's, ed.com.
Okay.
Anyway, I was just happened to drop in there because I had a couple, people that wanted to, follow. And so while I was in there, I just took a quick look at the articles. And there was an interesting article in there I thought I might want to share. And it's called Top 5 Converting Niches.
Yeah.
For 2016. And can you guess what they might be?
Don't know.
Traffic exchanges? No.
How do you do a search on here?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
Okay, so share what they are.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's the name of the post?
I think it's. Let me see if I can get on here.
Top 5 what? Top 5 niches?
Top 5 converted niches for 2016. I think is what it was. Let me take a look here. See if I can find it. Get logged in here.
What's up?
Hardwire.
It's a nice little forum. It's
No, well, I got the one from TV, but I don't know if it's going to work. The connecting end is getting iffy.
Yeah.
The gray one right here.
Okay, I'm logging in. I'll see how do you get to that. I think you go to main categories. I think it was under
Wait, no, here.
affiliate marketing, but I'm not sure.
Like that.
So the parent directory.
That one, I don't know if it's going to reach that way. Let me know if it reaches, and then if so, I'll just leave it hung up there. There's more if you need it. It's just
King.com.
Does it reach? Yeah. Okay. Good. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I got the page up, and I did top 5 converting niches, but it says that there's no searches found for that. So.
Let's see. I don't know.
Oh, niches.
I think it might depend on the category you.
No, I miswrote niches. I wrote niches.
But the five are, here we go. According to this person, sports converts at 21.7%. Food and wine is number 2, 21.5, which is almost as high as sports. Spirituality is number 3 at 15.8. Self-help number 4 at 13.7. And last but not least, green products at 12.5. And he was saying that the internet marketing and make money online products come in at about 6%. It's pretty dismal.
If you're connected and it's still not connected, you might have to restart your computer laptop.
I've done that 3 times.
No, while it's connected.
Yeah, it's not seeing the connection. I've never used the hardwire before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to go okay, if you're connected as wired, you're going to have to go into your network settings and disable wired and go to hard. You got to physically say it. It can only be one or the other. Let's take time. Go look up the network settings. Or tell them to give you a computer that's English, for God's sake. I mean, I'm sure they can do it. Sorry about that, guys. Wife is having troubles with a computer, and internet connection is an issue.
So what's Rita recommends offering you?
In this article, he's got. Let's see if I can get back out of here again.
How do we see the article? Yeah, can you share the screen to show the article, or? At the bottom middle.
I don't have the article up. I have this. I copy pasted the article, so I'm reading from you from the copy paste.
Oh, okay.
Let him read it.
Yeah, I just because I wanted to keep a copy of it. But he goes in and he explains that there's some good digital, he calls them digital gems in these niches. So it would be like specific stuff, you know, that so instead in the cooking, food and the wine and food list, you know, he recommended like paleo cookbooks, those kinds of things. And it's interesting because I wouldn't have thought that sports would have been a top converting niche, but
Wow.
and actually I would have even thought, you know, food and wine and sports would have been up there toward the top. I thought self-help would rank higher and business topics would rate higher, but
yeah, self-help and other stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, you know, and he talks about using products from digital products, ClickBank and whatnot, in the lists a couple in those categories, you know, but that kind of, I found that interesting because I'm doing a bit of niche marketing, trying to expand a little more outside my normal traffic and tools market. And I happened to run across that article. I thought, oh, that's pretty interesting. How it's put together a couple of, you know, WordPress sites.
The health niche is big, that's for sure. I don't think the niche for internet marketing is big because I think it's too big. It's too vast. It's kind of like you know,
that's exactly it.
You know, when you walk into a party and it's in a gym, you walk in the door and your world consists of 10 feet around you and close to that door, but you don't know what the person at the other end of the room, right?
Right.
I think that's the internet marketing niche is like that. The health and fitness niche is more like you're 10 feet around you.
And the thing is, if you know, I guess part of the thing is what's a niche, what's a category. You know, I think the health and fitness is a category. A niche would be, you know, removing bumps from your nose or something, or you know, removing.
Yeah, you can break it down like that if you want, but I mean, a niche is health. A niche is category. I mean, it is a subject, a topic. It's but how far down do you want to break it down? I mean, a category, you can have subcategories.
You know, and they got me thinking. I downloaded. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. A few years ago, I downloaded a course that I bought. A course.
You're the one that did that.
No, I mean, this is one of the best I've ever gotten. I got to see if I can find that. It was. But I don't even know if you can get it anymore. And I can tell you, I think I wrote down who did it.
Is this Kerri?
I'm here.
Look at that. Now, everyone, look at that booty.
Wasn't that nice of me to show my booty?
Yeah, there you go.
You're a bad man.
All the 13 and 14-year-olds on the internet are going to come into this channel and watch this video. Look at the booty.
It's going to scare them.
I'm going to make that the thumbnail of the video.
I did looking through my notebooks here to see if I could tell you guys what that course was. It was awesome. It was one of the best courses I ever bought.
Wait a minute. What cup is that, Kerri?
My big one.
Your big one.
Yeah, that's one I'm using today. My article today.
Yeah, Ernie, Ernie, how many months have you been a paid member so far?
How many months have I what?
You've been a paid member so far?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Not that long, I don't think. Yeah.
Got to get to the 6-month point there, Ernie. Are you still a paid member, all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm still a paid member. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Here it is. I did not write down who this was by, but this is a really, really good course. It's about niche marketing and how to do not only the research, but how to define your market and everything. It was just a really, really, really good course. There's only a handful of courses that I bought that weren't, you know, pretty much rehash stuff or stuff I've already known or seen somewhere. And this was even a few years ago. This one was called Trigger Happy Buyers. And if anybody out there knows who did that, I'd have to look it up on my hard drive. But all I got is my notes here in front of me. And it was that good. I put it in a notebook. I carry these little notebooks around me, like when I go out for coffee and stuff. And just use them to kind of stimulate my mind a little bit because I need all the help I can get. Caffeine isn't enough. But yeah, this Trigger Happy Buyers, and it was just an amazing course. It was one of the best I've ever seen. And he talks about how typical research, keyword research, is often done wrong, and is usually more people make a bigger deal out of it than they should. And he said, typically people will take, and this is what the normal process is for a lot of people. They'll take and they'll run a broad search through the Google keyword tool, and then they'll apply some filters and try to determine how much competition is out there. And then you discover you can't compete on the keyword of your choice, so you scrap it and start over. And he said that never works. He said that's kind of what people are doing, and so they're not getting into the niches that they really need to get, and so they fail. When they do.
Yeah, because just like writing a book, you want to write a book about what you know. You don't want to write a book about something you don't know about.
But he said another error that somebody or that's typically made is that choosing a narrow niche because of low competition. And he said that's a common mistake. Now I've heard a lot of people say get into these micro niches. That's where the money is. No competition. You hear that all the time. And this guy says, listen, if there's no competition, there's no customers.
That's right. That's right. There's no competition. Competition is good in this case. If you got zero competition and you get no interest.
Yeah, my wife, she's into game design and stuff, and she wants to develop some model packs for game designers, and they're called models. They're virtual creations, and she'll look in the stores where they're promoted, on the online search. She'll go, oh man, somebody come up with that now. Now somebody's doing this type of model pack. That was kind of like the one I wanted to do. And she's like, well, there I go again. I missed out. I said, what do you mean? You think your artwork's going to be the same as theirs? It's not. And if there's obviously, look to see if that person's getting sales, that person's making sales, that's where you want to be, you be right in there with them, offer an alternative to what that person's doing, because your artwork's going to be different than theirs. Chances are the people that bought that person's product is going to want to buy yours too, because they're buying that, and I think we get in the mindset in internet marketing where we either get overwhelmed because we see everybody around us doing it. You got to come up with a better mousetrap. That's all. You just got to find, it's the same mousetrap. I mean, you just got to find a better way to, to do it.
Yeah. Take like Mardox. We might be a membership site offering resources and tools and stuff like that. We're not the only one out there, and most of our members are signed up to one or two different sites. We're not the only one everyone signs up to.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, the people that are going to be the best customers for most things are people that are the best customers for the same thing somewhere else. And, Kerri and I have talked about the traffic exchange industry in the past. And that's kind of the way it is. Where's the best place to find referrals for traffic exchanges? Other traffic exchanges.
That's right. That's right.
And the beauty of it is
but with that, you wind up getting all the traffic exchange users ever.
Well, the point is that the whole idea is that, go where people are congregating and thinking alike, and that's where you want to present what you have. And
that's right.
Do you promote other traffic exchanges on those?
I'm sorry?
Do you promote other traffic exchanges on traffic exchanges?
You can. The traffic exchange owners don't like it, but you can.
No, they really don't mind it, because I've been a part of that traffic exchange community for, a number of years, and most of them actually do things to help the other person. We do a lot of cross promotions and stuff, or we'll do contests, and you'll see if you're in traffic. Kerri knows that you'll get these emails every now and then. We're having a surf contest with Brand X Exchange, and we do that all the time. Matter of fact, the more established traffic exchange owners are usually more than eager to work with other people and love to really help the new traffic exchange owners get started, and love to do JVs and work together. And to me, it's a very most of the people I know are really not competitive at all, as far as we know that those people that they have are people that we'd like to have, and vice versa. And we work together all the time on things like that. And I haven't done so much lately, but I used to do a lot of that, and it's always beneficial for both parties. And it's like, we don't mind, come bring your advertise all the traffic exchanges you want on here, it's great, and that's how I've found other owners. I've seen, I haven't heard of that traffic exchange, so I'll contact that other owner. Hey, I got this one here. It's been around for a few years. I got this many members. How'd you like to work out some sort of a thing? And they're like, and so
they're doing a lot of JVs with each other.
All kinds of JVs going on out there. And if you don't
talking about traffic exchanges, I can officially declare the death of SpeedyHits.com.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
No, I mean, it's not in our database anymore. I just deleted it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was not, you know, that was not one I actually owned, and I was the admin for it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with it instantly, and couldn't wait to get going with it. And I had a lot of things planned and wanted to take it some neat places, but
there's a post up there too. We did, eh? Oh, I gotta take that out. Yeah, if we're gonna kill it, we're gonna kill it good here.
Yeah, it went completely down. I felt real bad about that because I really wanted.
No, but it's not your fault. Again, you didn't own it, so.
Well, that's one of the things that, you know, it's just like having someone else manage your money. You never let someone else manage your money, you know, because, you know, they're always going to do something that you're not necessarily going to be happy with. But
that's it. That's right.
You see these rock stars and stuff from the 60s and 70s, actually even modern day, but they were like making millions of records and had all kinds of money back then. And all of a sudden you're finding out they're on Skid Row or something, you know, living in a homeless shelter or something. It's like, oh man, what happened? You know, it's like, oh yeah, well, my manager made off with, you know, all my money, or, you know, it's like
a lot of the time it's not their manager. They say it's their manager, but it's actually them.
Well, yeah, you know, they had a show on down here not too long ago. It was about people that are going broke, basically, or struggling financially. And they went, and one of them was Aaron Carter, you know, the pop star from a few years ago. And it's like, here's this guy, he's you know, made millions of dollars and all that, this kid. And now he's like in his 20s, but it's like totally broke, you know. And so this money manager sat down with him and helped him put together a plan. You know, it's like a bar rescue thing or one of these rescue stories where you go and rescue somebody financially. It was really interesting to watch because you find out that 75% of the people in the United States, at least, have less than $1,000 in savings.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are only a paycheck or two away from being in financial troubles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow, you know, that's no wonder everybody's getting online trying to earn money and doing everything else. It's like, you know, but it was phenomenal.
No, it is insane how much I talk to people and they say that they're going broke.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of it's expenditures. We all think we need things that we don't really need. There's a difference between needs and necessities. And sometimes we blur that line between needs and necessities. And it's like when we were little kids, you know, and we'd run up to the TV set and see the latest toys, and we would turn around and say, Mom, I need that, you know. Yeah. And Christmas, we'd be jumping up and down, I gotta have that, I gotta have it. You know, like and we're the same way when we grow up, you know. It's like, I need this. Well, maybe you don't really need this, you know. But I think a lot of people would have more money to invest in their internet businesses to get them off the ground and stuff if they would look at where their money is going. You got to have like a money budget. I mean, you got to have like a money diary. You got to know where your money's going. If you don't know
money diarrhea.
Money diarrhea. And, you know, that's another thing that people don't do, and they don't manage themselves well enough because they don't know where everything's going. And if they were to keep the receipts from everything they bought, right on down to the cup of coffee they get every morning, and at the end of the month, figure out where all their money went, they would find that there were a lot of places where it was going that they never realized they were spending $80 a month on coffee. Or, you know, and then they turn around and say, oh, I can't afford Mardox, it's $20 a month.
Oh, that burns. That just gets me. I don't get it. I have to pay my own membership, and to do it, in order to put my shoes in other people's, put myself in other people's shoes, I stopped going down to the corner store and buying coffee at Tim Hortons every day, 3 to 5 times a day. I started buying coffee, make it here. You know, coffee's my drug, right?
You know, and little things like that will save a lot of money, and it's amazing. It just kind of.
Watch this. Let's do the math. The average price of a coffee is $1.50. Is $1.50, Tina, for a medium coffee? Okay, let's say. Let's start
more than that here.
Hold on, no. Oh, I got 2 phones. I just need one that works. Quick. Okay. Get out. Thank you. I need a calculator.
One of my favorite cups. I love you.
Now it's starting up. Hold on a sec. Where do I find a calculator in this thing? Hello. I could die. If I had to find a calculator, guy has a gun pointed to my head. If I had to find a calculator, I would die. Okay. Let's say on average 3 cups of coffee a day at Tim Hortons on average. times $1.50 each cup. Okay, so per day, that's $4.50 times that. And I'm not kidding. I did this religiously, 30 days a month. Okay, that's $135 a month. Now, there's not just me, but it was me and my wife, and let's say at least one daughter, but at times I go in and buy for 4 or 5 people. So let's say times 3, you know. That's $405 a month easily that I was spending at the donut shop for coffees. And that doesn't include donuts and sandwiches and everything else. That's just coffee cups.
Absolutely. And, you know, another thing that people do, and we're all guilty of it, is when you go in the grocery store and you go in to get a gallon of milk.
Yep.
When was the last time you walked out with just that gallon of milk? That's
right. And that's called impulse shopping.
Absolutely. And merchants know it too, and they put all the high impulse items right near the checkout area. The candy bars.
When you first walk in, all your specials, all your big specials are right where when you walk in. Look at Costco. All your specials are on the ends of the aisles.
Yeah. And that's prime real estate right there for them.
All grocery stores do that, Tina?
But, you know, and then you got people whining about funnels where they're upsells, you know, and I think that there should be a limit to upsells. I hate it when you go and you got like 15 upsells for a product when you buy it. But on the other hand, 1 or 2 upsells is not necessarily a bad thing, because that's exactly what your merchants are doing.
I don't mind upsells, but what I would like to start seeing in the industry in terms of upsells, and I'm all for it. I know upsells make money. I'm for it. I'm all willing to put into Mardox, but I would like to start seeing a standard being put in place. I'm hoping today's video will mark the day that the industry starts to take over and does this. Tell people when they buy, this is an upsell program with your first entry at this price and you will get this. And then if you want to continue, your next price will be this much. That's, I think, they have to start doing. And maybe not the whole upsell scheme, but at least one level into, to let people know it's an upsell. Let the people make the choice whether or not they want in or not.
Well, you know, that's a lot of times before I'll buy a product, I'll go over on the Warrior Forum to see what the comments were on it. And one of the most common questions are there any upsells, you know? And I love it when people are transparent and say, you know, yeah, you know, you buy this, you can do everything you need to do with this, but we do have an upsell and it sells for this. So if you want it, you know, this is what you can expect. And I do wish there was more transparency.
On our website, I get so many people that ask, is this an upsell program? And I say, no, it's $19.95 for everything in the site. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people hit the site, you know, the little boxes, and, you know, when they click on it, it says you have to log in or register. And then when they register, it's now you have to sign up, right? So they go, is this an upsell? Is this an upsell? And it's like, no, it's not an upsell. But yeah, the people are so worried about being an upsell.
Yeah, and you know, another thing people forget is that you're still offering that 25 cents a day login to the upgraded members. So
we don't brag about that.
But you know, I mean, I know it's not like something you really promote, but the fact is that takes the edge off it for a lot of people that say, "Oh, $20." You know,
that's it. I mean, that's $7.50 a month that we're giving away per user that wants to log in and use it. And a lot of people ask, well, why are you giving away 25 cents a day just for logging in? And they don't get it. It's marketing. You've got to come back to our website every day for a month to get your $7.50. That's 30 times that you have to log in. You know how well that burns into someone's head?
Yeah, and that's just it. You know, so many of the sites, how many of us have, probably all of us sitting here right now, have gotten a subscription to something or have signed up for something, and then 6 months later, we see it advertised. Oh, gosh, I don't even remember. That's right, I signed up for that. Or you go to sign up for something that tells you you're already a member. It's like, I am?
I did what?
All the time.
Yeah. And by having this incentive at Mardox, we've got people coming back, and it gets ingrained in their mind. It becomes a habit. It becomes a good habit.
Yeah, you know? And it's not a name like make millions of dollars online today.com. It's like, how was that spelt again? You know, or the domain names with the, you know, like double. The hardest ones to remember are the ones with 2 consonants that are the same. Money Remaker. No, hold on a sec. Not even that. It would be Income Mania. MM. Is it 1 M or 2?
Yeah.
You know, and then you get the idiots that they go, hey, you got that domain, I'll grab the other one with only 1 M. Then you wind up going to the wrong place. You know.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to get a good name. Mardox isn't the best, but it is a pretty good name to try to remember. It's unique.
Yeah, it's real clean and short, and those are always the ones you look for. You know, But nowadays you can put such long domains together. You know, a few years ago they limited the number of characters.
128 characters now.
Yeah, now you can, like, you know, say, come see my blog.com. You know,
But there is one. The guy went and wrote it out. This is the longest domain ever on the internet that you will ever see. Blah blah blah. I think the limit's 64 or 128 characters now for a domain name. I gotta go double check and see. But it's long.
Bookmark this site. You never want to type it in again.
You guys want to hear about a website success that I saw, and it's still going to this day. The guy started another one of these sites. This guy sells pixels on his website. I'm sure you heard of this. College student, needed some cash, put together a website with a little bit of Java, and told people, when you come to my website, you can buy X number by X number of pixels, and when people click on those pixels, they go to your website. So if you want 10 by 10, well, each pixel is $1. Now he's got 1,000 by 1,000, so that adds up to how much?
Yeah, you know, there was
it adds up to $1 million, right?
Right.
Yeah, so if you buy 10 by 10, it's $100. You know, if you want 100 by 10, well, it's $1,000. You know, so you pay for those pixels. Your colors and your image can go there. When someone clicks on any one of those little pixels, it goes to your site. And I believe his is called the $1,000,000website.com. I believe. Let's go double check it out just to make sure.
Yeah, you know, those were popular a few years back. What became of those? Yeah, there used to be a bunch of them there for a while. It was kind of like right in between the text ad industry, when the text ad industry was hot, and in between the mailers when the mailers got hot. You know, the viral.
It's not that long. It's not that long ago. Now I got to go do a Google. Maybe that one doesn't exist anymore.
They were real. There was a bunch of them that popped up for a while there, and then they all kind of disappeared.
Dollar web page. I think the $1 million web. Oh, okay. It's just the $1 million web. Here you go. Here you go. Let's share screen.
Do you remember those, Kerri?
Here it is. I don't know if Kerri knows about it. Here it is. There is the $1 million, and I got a pixel in here somewhere on this one.
What? I've never seen this.
Okay, what it is you buy every little pixel. Look how my mouse goes across, and see how the little tagline is changing?
Yeah.
Like this guy bought like 100 by 100 here, like for example, whatever this was. When you click on this, it goes to that person's website. Okay, it's a GoDaddy now. It's expired. So this is another one here. They might be able to expire. I mean, this is an old concept. You see, so get $250 a bet on football. So this whole website, every pixel was sold at $1 each, and there's 1,000 pixels wide by 1,000 pixels down. Now people came in and said, well, I'm going to buy 10 by 100, like this one over here at the bottom here with this red and oranges. Whatever this is here. But this guy bought, let's say, probably 25 by 100. You know, so he paid probably about $2,500 for the space right here, where my mouse is right now, in black. Wow. So this is called $1 million website. Now there's an idea. This is a college student that came up with this idea and said, hey, wait a minute, I need to make some money, even if I sell, you know, a couple blocks. It's a joke. He sold out his page in a week.
It looks like it's still sold out.
Oh, it is. It'll always be sold out. Now it's just a phenomenon. I think he's got other ones too. Pixel list. Okay, he's added pixel list. Oh, that's not found. Okay, this site might be dead. Say $1 per pixel. Like if I zoom in here, you guys can see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but how effective is it if it's just sitting here like nobody knows about it?
How effective is it, Kerri? If you set this up right now and promoted it the right way, you would make $1 million. How effective is it for the person having an ad on here? It's a novelty.
Yeah.
It's a novelty. People are going to come in. People are going to come in because it's going to be, wow, hey, this is on Facebook, $1 million website, you know. The only reason why he has it is because, look, it really is $1,000,000homepage.com.
And he's the one making $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's it. You know, but
unless he's generating traffic to this site, it's not gonna.
Well, no, but he doesn't need to. It's a novelty. Everybody that posted here went out and told their buddies, "Hey, go check this out. My logo's on there. I bought that space." You know, and on and on. But what I would have done with his site is I would have done this. The $1 million web homepage 2005, then another one for 2006, 2007. he would make $1 million a year in about a month.
Wow.
Because I know I would buy a space every year. I would make an effort to buy a space just so my name is on there.
Really?
Yeah, I would. Because it's very limited. There's only like 100 people on here. Maybe 200 tops. You know, there's not that many people on or users on that
why
list.
don't we do it? Like, I mean, we want to make money.
Oh, we can. It's not a problem. I want to do something similar to that. But I'm just saying it's an idea, you know. But now we'd have to come up with a domain name that's going to be very similar to his, that would reflect exactly this. Again, going back to a niche. You're not going to use Marduk's $1 million page. People are going to laugh at it.
Yeah.
You know. But we could do this. We could do this, for example. Say that we're raising $1 million and tell our members as a fundraiser, we're raising $1 million for our getaway vacation for all paid members at Marduk's. And anybody who pays into it gets their logo and their site listed on this page. And in turn, we have our money for our vacation. Hey,
Always
it's
thinking, aren't you?
what?
Yeah, you got smoke rising from your head. You always got all these ideas.
Oh, yeah, I know. But, you know, somebody has to do it, right?
You know, it's always fun to see the ways people make money. I just like driving around my town and seeing all the different businesses that are out there. It's always amazing the different ways that, you know, that you can earn an income nowadays.
Oh, yeah, I know. My daughter and I shovel snow. I mean, if you need money, you got to get out there and talk to people. This year, we only took on, I think we got 14 contracts to do. Like I said, we went out and did it in 2 hours, 5 centimeters of snow. Everything's cleaned out, so I'll have to go back out this afternoon to do it again because it's one of those all-day snowstorms. But in reality, people know how good of a job that we do in terms of snow removal for doorways. And I had people calling to a point that I had to get rid of my other phone number because I just couldn't handle all the calls. You know, and the reality is, it's a story where I'm closing the business, and people just would not take no for an answer. You know, are you sure? Are you sure? You know, I kept calling. It's like, oh no, I can't keep saying yes because otherwise I'm going to wind up doing another 150 doorways, which takes us 8 hours of shoveling each day. You know, so this year we were only doing it just to help pay a few bills, and we're just going to do it, you know, light.
Yeah.
But
so what are you doing this year?
That's it, you know. So I'm going to start up $1 million website for myself. I think maybe get Kerri in there. I think because us three are in this chat, we'll become millionaires. We'll split it equal between us. I get $999,997. You guys get the rest.
We split the buck.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and don't forget, there's hosting, and I'm not covering hosting. How about we just say it's $3 for hosting for life? Hey, I'll just keep the $1 million all to myself. See you guys on a vacation.
Oh, jeez.
You know.
Speaking of vacations, you guys do a lot of traveling. I mean, I don't know. I got these 2 pugs. We don't travel much, you know.
Yeah,
but,
well, then our vacation. Let's settle. Our vacation this year, this summer, is going to be to Michigan.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's right. We talked about that, didn't we?
Can you put in 50 at least 50 sleeping bags in your basement, Ernie?
No.
Geez. I know Kerri would put 50 sleeping bags in her house if she could. Got all the winos in our company, in our business get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How come I'm not getting any clicks? I mean, you don't even have your coffee yet. You're trying to look, what?
If the neighbors saw that many people coming and going out of our house, they would think I was a drug dealer.
At one point, the ladies across the street from me reported me as being a possible drug pusher, and it's hilarious. Cops came by, they asked me, and they looked at me and said, "Hi, Nelson. We got to come by. We have to ask you the question: are you dealing or producing drugs or anything of the sort?" I said, "What?"
Yeah, what are you going to say? Yes, I am.
Yeah, yes, I am. Yes. No, and I asked them, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Well, one of your neighbors said that you guys constantly have brand new cars in your driveway every week. They know that you don't have a job." And I said, "What? I'm a computer programmer for one, and I work from home, you know." But they saw like every week a new car or 2 in the driveway. And at the time, my wife and I would go rent cars to try them out for a week to see which ones we like, right? What better way to figure out what car you want to use Go to a car dealership, not a rental company, and rent a car for 2-3 days. Drive it around, use it. You can't get a proper test drive just from a dealer test drive, like for what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the street and back, you know? But go rent a car, drive it around, go to the grocery market, find out how it feels when you load it up with groceries, go down country roads, down highways, and then return it. But my neighbor saw that we had a different car in the driveway every 3 to 5 days, anything from full-size SUVs to small cars. So they actually thought that we had something weird going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things they watch for, really, is, you know, stuff like that. But wow, that's that would be something knocking in. Why would they ask the question? Are you a drug dealer? It's like, if you're a drug dealer, it's not like you're going to tell them, oh yeah, you know, sure.
We laugh, but I did that once at a road stop at night. I was going from one location to Waterville to go get one of my buddies that was working. It's about a 45-minute drive to get there. Driving down a secondary highway, and there's a road stop for looking for alcohol. And the cop says to me, comes to the window and goes, have you been drinking tonight? And I'm going, nope, nothing at all. So he lets me go through the road stop, doesn't question very much. I go get my friend. On the way back, now it has not been 10, 15 minutes tops, okay? I come back, I hit the same cop. And he goes, sir, have you been drinking? I go, oh yeah, sure, I just drank a whole keg. And he goes like this, he goes, get out of the car, and I have to put you through a sobriety test now. And he showed me his microphone.
Oh, no.
I admitted to drinking a keg.
Yeah. A whole keg. Yeah.
Can you say your alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, M, P, Q.
I can't do that sober. I mean, I'd have to get drunk to be able to do that.
Yeah. Or my favorite, count backwards from 100 every 5. 100, 95, 90, 85, 80. And you got to think of... Can't I just tell you that? Can't I just tell you all the values base 2, as far as I can go? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 2024, 2048, 4096, 8192, 16,365, and so on and so forth, right? And those are real numbers. And can't I just do that?
You got to laugh at the way some things are done like that. But now, you know, they got webcams or what are they, body cams and all on police officers in a lot of places now. Yeah.
Well, he had the microphone. He had the
mic. Yeah.
And he goes like this. Now I have to run you through sobriety test. Like, what? You're kidding. And I even told him, I'm kidding, right? It was not even 10 minutes ago I saw you. I went one way and I saw you. I was joking. And then he got very serious. Nope, sir, I'm sorry. I have to run you through this because I said it.
Yeah, because you said it. That's right. And he had it on video or at least tape.
Yeah, that's it. I drank a keg. So I had one single sobriety test in my life. And today's day, I'm not sure if I passed it because I was nervous. I didn't get arrested, but don't mess with the cops. Same thing when you go to, did we lose Kerri?
Yeah, she just disappeared a couple minutes ago. I don't know what happened to her.
Kerri, where'd you go, Kerri? Where'd you go? Well, it's only me and you, buddy. Oh, Kerri disappeared. Her computer probably crashed, froze. One of the two. It happens. When you go on a plane now, do not make jokes with those people at the counter, the TSA. Do not crack jokes. They're looking for any reason, and they say that cracking jokes is a sign of somebody trying to hide something.
Oh, you're kidding. I crack jokes all the time. I wonder what I'm trying to hide.
Yeah, no, I mean over there. But that's not fair because some people get nervous and just start to talk and say all sorts of weird things.
Yeah, like we are right now.
Yeah, that's it. But that's because it's you and me, And, I mean, this is so weird. I'm not even putting this up on Murdoch's. This is going up on Nelson's channel. Yeah, which you're subscribed to, right?
I think 3 or 4 of us are. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 of us. Yeah. I'm getting more people signing up to my personal channel than I am to the Murdoch's Plus channel.
What's that all about?
What's that?
Why are people doing that?
I don't know. Maybe they like the one-on-one videos that I do on my personal ones. I do what I call Nelson's Thoughts, and I think they subscribe there. But Mardox Plus is more advertised, and I got more subscribers on it, but there's less at a time subscribing.
Yeah.
You know? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of hinky. You know, it's like,
yeah, you know, sometimes you never know what's going to take off either, you know.
that's it.
I found that in you know, in business and marketing and stuff. You'll look at something and you'll say, man, that thing is not going to fly, and all of a sudden this thing's going gangbusters, and something that you looked at and you could have swore was going to take off like crazy. You know, it's kind of like investing in stocks. You know, sometimes you look at something and you go, oh, that thing's going to be big, you know, and then you find out the thing tanked, you know.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. No, Kerri.
There's a secret to guessing this stuff.
Kerri went completely offline. Her Skype was offline and everything. So I think Kerri just disappeared on us.
Oh, yeah. She usually says bye. I wonder if she had something shut down on her.
Kerri's like our cheerleader. She got us all like, you know, pumped up, you know, like, yeah, you know, let's get in a meeting. Let's do it. Let's do a recording. And then she just disappears on us. It's like she took off to go see the quarterback under the bleachers or something. You know, it's like, hey, you guys finish the game.
So are you all ready for the upcoming Christmas holiday and all that? We're having American Thanksgiving here this week.
I have an ordeal here. I got a daughter and her boyfriend living here. They're actually living in my living room right now, literally. And I've got to get one of the rooms cleaned out so they can move into either one of the two rooms and become, you know, have their own room so that we can put up the Christmas tree and all that. And now that Christmas is getting closer, it's actually starting to bother me that, you know, like, where am I going to put the Christmas tree? You know, so it's one of those
our
things.
neighbors had their lights up like the day after Halloween.
Oh, no, I won't do the whole lights thing. I can't stand that. I want to get that light that you plant in the ground and it projects lights, little dots of light. I want to get one of those.
Yeah, I forget what they call them, star something or something. I don't know, star showers. No, that's something else. Anyway.
Yeah, well, no, but that's what I want to get. I want to get one of those. It's like, look, you know, plug it in, lights.
Yeah, and they look pretty good too if they're done right.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be straight on. And my problem, I have a brown surface wall. I don't think it's gonna come up good. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna buy one, like $30.
I like the ones they do that I've seen them on YouTube where they have them going to music and stuff. That's pretty cool too. But I'm sure the neighbors don't appreciate it when you got the actual music going.
Oh, hey, Ernie.
Yeah.
Are we doing today's chat at 4 or at 3 now? What time is it going to be at? Because I keep changing the time.
I hate to have you guys change it for me, but 4 o'clock is not going to work for me.
Okay,
That's
at 3 o'clock you're in, right?
Yeah, at 3 o'clock I can do it. Yeah, you can do it at 3.
Yeah, let's say 3 p.m.
Alrighty.
PM, yes.
Yeah, Eastern. Yeah.
Okay, Eastern Standard Time. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do Eastern. Eastern's on the list. Yes.
Yeah, okay. And that's where you're at. You're in the Eastern.
So everybody, we're gonna do it in 4 hours, 1 minute, 43 seconds. It will be live on the Mardox side. So. Do
you have any topic or anything you'd like to discuss? Or
I always have topics because when slackers say they're going to show up and they don't, you want to see Nelson get really ticked off is when people say, yes, I'm going to show up. I have stuff to say, and they don't show up.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes I want to get that one person in that has a product or a service, and I want to talk about their product or service. They don't show up. In the meantime, I bump 3 other people saying, look, guys, we won't do it today. We'll do it tomorrow, yours, because I want to talk about this guy. And then that person, the host of that product, doesn't show up. And, you know, there's one I got to get back a hold of. I got to get in touch of and say, hey, get in here. But I'm thinking putting it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is going to work because a lot of our people are in California, Vancouver, and Vancouver's not in the States. It's still Canadian, even though Trump wants to take it over now. Hey, let's talk politics. Have you heard of what Trump wants to do? Seriously? Have you heard about the Muslim registry?
Oh, you know, I think it's those are like a watch list. I think it's more like a terrorist watch list.
Yeah, but are you okay with that? What's your opinion on that?
We already have a terrorist watch list. So
but terrorists is fine. We were talking criminal. I mean, there's a hackers watch list in Canada, United States. Yeah. And at one point I was on it. Because I was listed as a hacker. You got to understand, anybody who a hacker does not mean it's a bad person. A hacker is somebody who takes what they have as resource and makes something else out of it. And that could include somebody who hacks technology in the house, in an egg carton, just all the way down to hacking software. There's a lot of bad ones that made a bad news for everybody. But at the time of networking, I was well known of taking 3-4 different technologies, and making what I wanted that technology to do, even though what I had wasn't supposed to do it. You know, so but when word got out that I was doing hacking software, I was put on a list. But that was years ago. That was like 2000. No, that would have been 98, 99. That I would have been put on that list. I was like 23 years old at the time, and I'm probably still on it now. But it doesn't stop me from traveling or anything like that. But at some point, someone's going to say, "Hey, go check him out. Make sure he's still not hacking people." You know?
Well, the whole thing with Trump and these lists and all that. A lot of people are thinking he's going to end up being, there's campaign rhetoric, and there's things you'll say in a campaign and all that. But if you look at Trump's history, really,
no, but he's
really a pretty moderate guy.
Hold on now. This is since the campaign. This is like a couple days ago. Right,
but nothing's going to happen until he's in office, and then when he is in office, you'd be surprised at what isn't good.
I mean, his one of the spokespeople for the White House was saying to Fox News, and I can bring up the clip. I'm pretty sure I can bring up the clip for it. I feel like doing. Oh yeah, I know I can. Yes, I can, because it won't be. Hold on. Watch Google ban my account again. Hold on a second here. Just give me a second here. I gotta go find.
Hello.
Gotta go find the channel subscriptions. I'll find a little clip here. Whether it kills me, one of the two. It was in yesterday's chat. Hold on a second. I will find it. I'm gonna. That's going to tear me apart to find it.
I have to go wake her up because I put her.
There it is, anonymous. Here we go. And of course, we got to go through a commercial.
You got a lot of people running around screaming though that the sky is falling and all that, and they're still protesting in the streets and all that.
That's it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm just trying to find a clip because I don't want to play the whole thing. It's. I think it's here. Nope, it's not there. Hold on a second. We will find it. It's right here. I think that's Diane Sawyer, I think. Here we go. Check it out.
Clip will reward you with a video of an epic Jedi battle.
Date for Slovak to help write the tough immigration law in Arizona. So today, Trump policy advisors are discussing drafting a proposal to reinstate a registry for immigrants from Muslim countries.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, it is legal. They say it'll hold constitutional luster. I know the ACLU is going to challenge it, but I think it'll pass. And we've done it with Iran back a while ago.
Now watch her reaction.
Call it what you will. Maybe
you're not proposing we go back to the days of internment camps, I hope.
No. I'm not proposing that at all, Megan. But what I am saying is that we should protect America.
That's the kind of stuff that gets people scared, Carl.
Right. But I'm just saying there is precedent for it. And I'm not saying I agree with it. But in this case, I absolutely believe
you can't be citing Japanese internment camps as precedent for anything the president-elect is going to do.
Look, the president needs to protect the American person. If that means having people that are not protected under our Constitution have some sort of registry so we can understand, until we can identify the true threat and where it's coming from, I support it.
He supports internment camps.
Well, I don't necessarily take what this guy's saying.
No, I don't. I don't think. I don't think he's legit. But that's what I saw. No. And when I saw that, I went, "Oh my Lord!" I said, and okay, I'm Canadian. That made me worried.
Oh yeah. That would worry me too. And but that. I think what we're looking at is I think he does want to monitor more closely the people that we're allowing into this country, and I think that right now, quite frankly. The people coming in from the Muslim countries would be more suspect, because I haven't seen any Jewish guys or any Italians strapping bombs to themselves and blowing each other up. But in
the Muslim defense for them, there's a lot of Muslims that I know, and they're as normal as you and me right now.
The vast majority of people that are Muslims are completely benign. They're completely harmless.
They're like us. They're like us. They're absolutely normal. They have houses. They have cars. They have kids. They go to work.
Oh yeah. But I think the fact is, when you're allowing people to immigrate into the country, you got to be more selective about who you're going to let in. I mean, Canada just doesn't let anybody in, you know? I mean, Canada, don't you have to have like a job? You have to have money in the bank.
Actually, there's a person I follow called Linus Tech Tips. He has a person who came in from the States, and they were in Vancouver. They came in from the States, and they said that there was a 500-page collection of documents that had to be filled out, including Linus had to fill out documents saying that the person coming into Canada to work has a job with him, and that his job cannot be replaced by anybody already living in Canada.
Yeah, I understand that the Canadian, you know, and in America it's a lot different. So, you know, we definitely need to revisit how we're letting people into this country and who we're letting into this country. Yeah. And quite frankly, if we're at war with a country, why would we want to let anybody that we're at war with into our country, you know? And I mean, that was like, I don't get that.
But you're not at war with the Muslim.
No.
You're at war with Iran or Iraq.
We're not at war with Muslims, but we are at war with certain countries.
That's right. Because in Iraq there are Jewish, there are Christians, there's Catholics.
And the thing is that when we do let people in, I mean, obviously you're going to have your exceptions for the people that are truly, true refugees that are basically seeking to try to, you know, better themselves and escape oppression. You know, but that's why you need to have that screening. You need to have screening in place. You guys have it. We don't have enough of it. I mean, we've just gotten to the point where it's just way too easy for someone to come into this country. And don't even get me going on student visas and stuff like that. My gosh, I mean, there is very little, you know, monitoring of these kids that are coming into these universities, and that's scary.
And don't get me wrong, when I was 20 years old, I was more susceptible to know to somebody say, here's $10,000, go do this for me, versus now I'm 42. You know, so as a student, I was probably a higher risk. So students are probably higher risk of being dangerous for the population.
They really are. And you look at the terrorist acts that have been carried out in America, and vast majority of them are from people under 30.
Yeah, you know? Well, actually under 20.
You look at the people that are marching right now on the streets in different cities across the country with the Trump "Not My President" campaigns and all that.
Oh, yeah, they're under 20s.
Vast majority of those are under 30.
Yeah, you know, mostly in their 20s. Yeah,
millennials and Gen Xers. You know, and the thing of it is, it's these are the people that are likely to be more active and physically active.
Hold on a second. If they're in their 20s, no, if they're in their 20s, they're millennium babies.
Yeah, millennials and Gen Xers.
Yeah. No, I'm a Gen X.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, you know, you've got these people that are out there screaming, okay, in our case, in our country, not my president, not my president. Now, you know, I would never say that. I mean, whether I voted for the person or not, they're still my president. I will respect the office. I will respect that person up, you know, and if I disrespect that person or don't believe with what that's fine. I can disagree with them. That's fine. I can try to work within the system to change what's being done. I will try to put other people into our Congress to try to, you know, prevent him from doing certain things that I disagree with. But I'm not going to be out there saying it's not my president. I didn't say it with any of the people I didn't vote for. They've been elected.
Yeah, but that's all going to blow over and die. And no matter what these people are doing, it's not going to change anything. They can't overthrow them. There's not enough people to do it.
You know, the point is they got to say, yes, it is my president, but it was not my choice. And I want to try to work within the system or do what I can to try to, you know.
That's right. These riots and damaging cars. I mean, what is it going to change if you go in and burn someone's car or flip it over and burn it and all that in the riots? What is that ever going to do?
Well, you know what I found so ironic, and just here in my little town of Kalamazoo here, we've been having these marches and stuff because we got colleges, you know, and so there's a lot of young people, but there's a lot of middle-aged people I've seen in these pictures too. But they're going around there saying, we're having a peace protest. This is going to be a completely peaceful. We're not peace. And all their signs say, love, love, not hate, love, love, not hate. And then the sign next to it basically is all about their hate for Trump. You know, it's like, wait a minute now, you know, or about their hate for the conservative agenda or whatever, you know, and they'll get up there and preach about, you know, and scream from their platforms about how you know, how much they basically they're saying how much they hate this whole conservative agenda and all that, and they're attaching people to it. And the thing is, how is that actually promoting peace, and how is that actually trying to reduce division? It's actually increasing division.
Well, what it's going to lead to doing is it's going to lead to giving the government a reason to put down martial law, and then you've got no recourse.
Well, the point is, people should have that right to say what they want.
Yeah,
you know,
but without violence.
They do have the right to peacefully protest. They don't have the right to break the law. And I had it on my Facebook page, and I put some comments on there, and I had a lot of different responses. It's interesting to hear what some people were saying and the reactions to what my comment was. And I try to be kind of neutral. I'm not generally publicly political. And I mean, other than what you and I are now, we're chatting about, you know, what our observations. But it was interesting to see some of the reactions and the way some people, there's strong feelings on both sides, and there's always going to be. This particular election, it's more polarized than before, and they're stronger. The people are more outspoken than before. But the bottom line is, we still have the same system, the same policies in place, and it's still going to work the same way. And the people that are out there saying, oh, the sky is falling now that Trump's in there, you know, people weren't saying that when Obama was elected the first or the second time. No,
there's a lot of people that didn't like the fact that he was black.
Actually, I don't think there was so much about him being black, but I think it was about the Democratic platform. There was a lot of
it was crooked. It was crooked. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily that it was crooked, but the fact
it is. It is. Okay, since Trump has been he's now become the president-elect. Have you heard about any terrorist attacks? Have you heard about bombings? And where did all this hoopla on the news? Every time something came across Hillary Clinton, suddenly there was an attack somewhere. Yeah. Now Trump's in. Where's all the attacks? Where's all the shootings? Where's all the terrorism?
You know, I'm old enough to remember Ronald Reagan when he came into office. We had Iran had hostages, and they were holding hostages. Some of them were Canadian, matter of fact, if I remember right. Mm-hmm. And Canadian and American hostages.
I remember that. It was like 85.
Yeah, this was a while back. You were quite young, I'm sure, and I wasn't that old myself, but I think I was late.
I was like 10 or 11 years old, yeah.
But anyway, I remember that, and I remember the swearing in. It was what, January 20th, January 21st, whatever. When Reagan was being sworn in that same time period, I don't know if it was on the same day, but they were releasing their hostage over there because they knew that Reagan was a no-nonsense kind of guy, and he wasn't going to play games. He was basically going to go in there and say, "Listen, you know, we're gonna get these people out of here no matter what. If it takes force, we're going to do it." Yeah. But all the negotiations that was going on before that, those poor people were, you know, holed up in that situation for a very long time, and nothing was happening. It was stalled. The day Reagan comes in, they're saying we're releasing them.
That's it. There's a difference between back then and now. Back then, if you had a minority screaming as loud as they can, they would not be heard. It was always a majority of the people that would be heard. Now with social media, no matter how much of a minority you are, if you scream, you're going to be heard.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so, and that's what's happening. This is what's happening with all this hoopla on the internet. The government, the businesses, the content. I mean, people got upset when I changed Mardocs from being training courses over to daily live chat, and I got people swearing at me because I changed the content, and they got upset and they unsubscribed. And I was like, these are the minorities, but yet because they screamed and complained, it drew my attention. So I got 10 people on 1,000. Going, I hate you, you're a traitor, you changed this, I don't like this anymore. And he left. I tried to help or tried to please 10 people, where I should have focused on the 1,580 other people still there, you know, that do like it. The minority screamed, it was heard. Versus back in the 80s, if somebody on a bulletin board, and if those that don't know what it is, this was literally just texting. There was no image, no video, no sound. And if 10 people out of 1,000 screamed, nobody would hear them. The 980 others would have been heard, you know. And a majority vote now doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't apply. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to go back to being the majority vote. If the majority of the people want something done, that's how it has to go. That was how it's been for thousands of years, and how I think it should go back. Government, businesses, YouTube channels, website blogs, whatever. If I put out a vote to Mardocs, to the members, and 90% of the people say, yes, we want to do this, then we do it. Last night on the talk in Skype, there was 14 people in there. Nobody spoke. 5 people said, let's move the chat to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or in the afternoon. And of those 5 that we're talking about, 3 said yes. So nobody said no. Mm-hmm. So they got a majority vote, right?
Yeah.
You know, theoretically. But if 6 people would have said no, leave it the way it is, I would have respected the no vote, because the majority said no. It would have been a very close vote, but there would have been 6 people saying no, but nobody complained. So it's like, okay, no problems. We'll move it to the afternoon. You know.
Well, one of the arguments over this election here in the United States is that Hillary won the popular vote.
Yeah, that's right.
She actually had more votes than what Trump did as far as the votes counted. But we have this electoral college thing, and that was set up basically so that states that had large cities wouldn't be able to dominate over the smaller states, the way I understand it, at least.
Yeah, I know, but
I dominate over the states that didn't have large cities with large populations.
Yeah, but I think it should go back to being the people.
It never was.
But
I take that back. It was until 1820 or whatever we put in electoral college.
Yeah,
but
and I think it should go back to the people should vote, and the majority of the votes is the vote. Because this you vote, and then it's grouped, and then it's tiered, and it makes
typically though, like at least in the United States, the East Coast has a greater concentration of population than say the Plains, and there's also a different type of mindset, and so in order to not have say the northeastern America, which typically votes Democrat or more liberal, dominate simply because they're more populated centers than the people in the Midwest.
Well, you're gonna tell me that more than 51% of your population is living on the West Coast?
No, I'm talking East Coast, but I mean the people in the center tend to be more conservative. The center parts of the country so they tend to be more conservative, and the conservatives wouldn't have nearly the voice, if they were to only accept the. I think that was the concept behind the electoral college.
But it opens up a lot for voter fraud and twisting of things, and there's a lot involved there.
Yeah, and it is. It does take and simplify things in one sense.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been the first time in the United States that we've elected someone by the electoral college vote that actually had a lower popular vote. But we're not talking a landslide.
It's rare. Yeah, it is rare.
Yeah. We're not talking a landslide here.
No, that's it. Hey, I got a question for you on a different topic, and it's been bugging me for like an hour here. What is that on the whiteboard behind you?
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's just that's actually I whiteboard out some of my business structure and my plans and what I'm using for current promotions and whatnot, and so I keep it on a whiteboard so I can keep my thoughts organized.
There's my whiteboard.
Yeah,
that's what my brain structure looks like.
If I don't write, you blank. Yeah, that's probably the way mine should be if I did everything I was supposed to do.
I bought the whiteboard. I bought the particle board. I painted it with primer, and then there's supposed to be this product which you paint on, and you make that into a whiteboard. And I just never got around to painting it.
So it's just a white wall now? What is it?
No, it's just particle board painted primer and screwed onto the 2x4s. But if I move here, you'll see. You see here, there's plywood dividing my wife, and my place, and I got 2x4s every 2 feet.
I thought it was a whiteboard, but I guess it's
not. Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. You see the dog now. Yeah, okay. Look here. You see this 2x4? Another one on the other side over there.
Yeah.
So it's an 8-foot by 4-foot sheet that I primered, and I just never got back around to take it. What's up?
What do you need, John?
Well, whenever we got to go back up for snow, I don't know.
Well, she'll be back a bit to get stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, we can wrap this up. I want to get some business done, and we're going to be back on at 3, right?
Yeah, Kerri totally abandoned us. I don't know what happened there. So we'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Alrighty.
Okay, you'll be on?
Oh yeah, I'll be on today. Yeah, I can be on at 3. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll be on at 3.
I mean,
I'll be on
unless
with
something
Kerri.
really unforeseen happens, I get a phone call and I have to go out for an emergency or
Then you
something.
pick up the phone, you say, leave me alone for an hour.
Yeah, just put them on life support till I get there.
That's it. Okay. Okay, no problem. So we'll call it quits for now, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Okay, sir?
Yeah, hopefully Kerri will be there too.
Yeah, well, hopefully a couple others will be there.
Yeah. All right. See you then.
Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.